guys, I know that I said I was going to shoot a video the first time that I cooked food in this. I lied, sorry. This is the Dyna-Glo DGO 1176DC-D smoker. And I have another video out prior to this one, of course, with kind of an overview on it. So today we're going to do something real easy. Baked beans, corn, and chicken. So hang in there and see how this turns out. Okay, so we started the fire in the firebox, and we used oak charcoal and mesquite wood chips. So it's been going a few minutes now, maybe 10. And we're going to check the temperature. In my Dutch oven I have the baked beans. So let's check the temperature on that. I don't know if you can see that. 286 degrees. And inside the smoker itself, it's about 220. So we're going to cook these chicken breasts and a couple ears of corn. And I'm going to hide the name in case there's some kind of weird copyright infringement or something. But sweet brown sugar barbecue sauce. And I thin this out with water, because if it's too thick, it tends to just gel on top of the meat. If you thin it out with some water, it soaks into the meat a little bit better, and I think the flavor is a lot better. So this is what we're going to do. So I'll keep working here, and I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so the corn and chicken is ready to go. I put the meat on the bottom so that as it drips, it doesn't drip all over the corn. And the temperature seems to be a little hotter at the bottom, so that's a better plan, I think. And the corn is up top. Now I just put those in there, and the chicken, I'll flip that several times, and I'll add more sauce to it, probably 2 more times. But with the smoker, I actually had, and I don't know if I mentioned that in my other video, but I actually had a smoker that I made, and it was far less convenient than this one, to say the least. It did work well, but it was a challenge to keep the fire going and to keep a fairly consistent temperature. So this is, I'm happy that I got this. And for the cost, and for what it would have cost me to build one similar to this, and the time, parts, labor, so on, it just made sense to go this route. Deer hunting is coming up soon, and hopefully I will be doing some, I love venison sausage. I make it with pork and some seasonings, and if everything goes well and I have a deer this year, I will show you how I do that. And the first year that I did it, I gave a couple of links away to some friends, and they begged me for more. It truly was phenomenal. I followed a couple of recipes, but I kind of went off on my own. But I'll keep you updated on that. So I'm going to let this cook for a while, and then we'll be back. Okay guys, it's been about 10 minutes since I started this, and right now the smoker itself is about 250 degrees. I know they recommend about 165 for chicken, but I have to go to work. I don't want salmonella or anything else, so I don't mind it being a little high. I do have the air vent open almost all the way on the wood box, so the top of the wood box is well over 300 degrees, and the Dutch oven is about 156. So, oh, my baked beans. What I like to do is just get regular baked beans, and this is a 28-ounce can. So I'll put in 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'll put in 2 tablespoons of honey, and this may sound weird, but I'll put in a jalapeno pepper as well. And that seems to work out pretty good, you know, for my likings anyway. You can skip the jalapeno if you'd like. But if you buy just regular baked beans and then season them to your liking, you can make them the way you like. So we're going to open up the grill. It hasn't been open since I paused this video, and we're going to take a look. Oh, one other thing I like to do. Hold on. When I'm grilling corn, I like to take, it's probably, I don't know, 8 tablespoons of olive oil. I only have 4 ears in here. So it's olive oil, it's garlic, and it's black pepper. So once I feel that the corn is fairly well cooked, I'll drizzle this over each ear, and this is all the seasoning that my corn will get. So let's take a look and see what's going on in there. And another thing, I have the chimney completely closed. The chicken is looking pretty good. Let me get my tongs. And we're going to flip these over. And I'm not sure what the hell. Oh, it's a vein. It's a vein in the chicken that kind of popped. So anyway, it's cooking really well, and you can see that it's dripping some juices. So we're going to put that back in there. And we're going to put some more thinned barbecue sauce on them. And I don't care if it spills on the bottom, I'll pressure wash this when it's time. And the corn has the husk on one side, so I'm just going to flip this, and then the next time I flip it, it's going to be ready to put on the olive oil, garlic, and pepper. So we're going to go ahead and let that stew for a little longer, and we'll be back. Okay guys, it's been darn near half an hour since I started this, and right now we're about 275 in the smoker. I have not added any charcoal or wood, so it's doing pretty well. And I'm going to flip the chicken one more time, flip the corn, and I'm going to put on the olive oil, garlic, and pepper to the corn. I've already stirred the beans, and the temperature of the beans is about 160 degrees, and that's elevated off the top of this firebox probably 3/8 to half of an inch. So that's working out really well. This is the first time I've actually used the firebox to heat anything, so I'm pretty happy with that. And we're kind of down to coals now, so there's not much smoke left. But you can see what I was saying about the thinning out the barbecue sauce. It really spreads out. It doesn't coagulate, I guess, and it soaks into the meat so much better. And this is just plain chicken. I did nothing else to it but thin out that sauce and pour that on. So we'll flip the corn, and I'm going to go get my and yeah, the bottom half, as I said, had some of the stalk left on it. Kind of reminds me of the tamales in Texas. I'm sorry, Arizona. Texas too. So we'll do that. And let me get the garlic olive oil. Now I'm going to mix this up a little bit to get things evenly spread. And I love olive oil. I put this stuff on ice cream. It's awesome. So we'll spread that on the corn. And some of that's going to drip on the chicken, but it's cool. Like I said, I really like olive oil. We're going to shut this up and probably let it go for another 10 minutes, hopefully at 250 degrees or so. And I'm going to stir the beans. And these are really looking good. You can see they're smoking a little bit, steaming I should say, because they're nice and hot. So I got to be honest, this Dyna-Glo I love it. Okay, so I'll be back after I plate this up and show you guys what it looks like when it's all said and done. Thanks. Okay guys, it's probably been 45-50 minutes since the beginning of this, and I used about 2 pounds of the oak briquettes and probably 1/4 pound of the mesquite. Our temperature is still about 225 degrees in the smoker, and let's check the baked bean temperature. Oh, and I should mention that I opened the air vent on the side of the firebox to max air. So we're still about 286 degrees on the top of the firebox. We're about 132 degrees inside of the Dutch oven, definitely enough to burn your mouth. The chicken is about 132 degrees, and that's, like I said, after 45-50 minutes of cooking. So I'm pretty confident that we won't die of salmonella or any other weird diseases. So let's get this on a plate and see what it looks like. And I should have a spoon, but I'm going to go get one because this is going to be a nightmare without it. Okay, I've got the ladle for the beans. And the doggy is just totally into this. So this is tonight's dinner. Boneless chicken breast, smoked, corn, olive oil, garlic, and black pepper, and the beans, the baked beans. Now, normally my recipe for baked beans is plain baked beans, the maple sugar, honey, some jalapenos, and I also often put sliced up red tomatoes in this. It's just phenomenal. So just another video on how I eat, and we're out here in the country. We're just a step away from being off grid, and I hope you all got something from this video. Any questions, comments, post and I'll reply. You guys have a great Sunday, and the Doberman really wants some of this food, but he's good to go. He's already eaten. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night. Take care now.